In our video about the Weeylite Ninja 400 II, I used this Ninja 200 as a fill light and I thought, okay, cool, maybe that's enough airtime for the little thing. But you know, over the last couple of months, I've kind of grown to love it a lot more. Let's talk about why. This is a 60-watt light itself, very nice feel to it, and a lampshade. We'll talk a bit more later about the actual build quality. The little bits here for adjusting work pretty well. The gears, the teeth grab nicely. This is the rear panel, which we'll go into in a bit more detail shortly. The WB2 adapter for carrying your MPF batteries is an optional extra, so not in the standard kit, but this for me is key, as is the next thing I'm going to show you, which is also an optional extra. This handle really does make it a proper portable run and gun sort of thing. You've got another mount point there. I've currently got it attached to the tripod there, but you know, disconnect that and you can carry the whole thing in your hand. Awesome. Well, let me just put that back for the moment. I like the build of it as well. It's a nice smooth feel with a bit of a molding there, so that, I mean, technically it should all be the other way around, but you know, kind of like it anyway. That is cool. Another optional extra is the Bowens mount, but you don't necessarily need that because there is an optional softbox. The Viltrox VP45 softbox will bring that into play shortly. It clicks away nicely. I do like that. Battery's in then. Let's switch it on. Nice click there, and it's on very quickly. We've got a mode button there, USB-C there, the input there, a dimmer here with a button. So if we just get the intensity down, press the button, and now we can adjust the color temperature, which goes from 2800 Kelvin all the way to 8500 Kelvin. This being a CRI 95 light, we should be getting a decent quality out of it. It's a bicolor cob, so you know all that involves. Now if we press the mode button here, we get into the scenes. You can adjust the power, the speed, and the scene itself. This is pretty much the only one that I actually really like, so I'll probably put it on slow and let the background or the ambient light just go through the range. It goes through the range pretty smoothly, you know, going from 2800 to the top 8500. That does move smoother with the app, maybe with the RC11 remote control, but this is one way of doing it. This is a bit of an afterthought for me, though not really my thing. Now if I hold down the mode button, we can change the channels and the groups, temperature regulation mode, and this one, which I wish I didn't have to do every single time, the fan. Now can you hear the fan? Now the mic is actually pretty close, but I'll bring it even closer. You should be hearing that. It's quite annoying. So I think to turn it off, we hold that down, and then we can get back into shooting that way, and we're away. That is a bit of a bugbear of mine, because once you turn it off, turn it back on, the fan mode kicks in again. Bit annoying. Anyway, let's have a look at what else is included in, let's say, the non-standard pack. The RC11 remote, pretty handy, so we can turn on and off there. We've got our intensity and up and downs, etc. mode, so we can flick between what we need to flick between. You can't access too much. You can access the scenes, but you can't access the fan temperature and stuff, as far as I know. I really wish it could do the fan, but dinky little thing included in the top end kit. I think only the top kit, but you could probably use your remote from your Ninja 400 as well. I think they're interchangeable. There is also an app which we'll talk about later. The mount adapter, honestly, it's not the best build quality and might not last me long, you know, out and about. So the softbox that I have from Viltrox is more than good enough for what I need. I'm not worried about adapting diffusion to the lights at the moment. Fan noise, however, is definitely an issue. I prefer turning the fan off when audio is important, such as a scene like this. Now the problem is that the unit always resets back to fan on mode, and you have to mess about in the settings to turn it off. On the plus side, the build quality is quite good. It really is, and that handle is a treat to use. The layout of the controls is pretty good. It's fairly easy to use out and about. Importantly, the light offers excellent brightness and the colors are very usable. Now the extreme temperatures aren't very accurate, but the rest is more than good enough. The colors actually blend well and transition well through the range, especially when you use the dimmer on the back. There is a temperature control option too if you need that. That's to regulate the light output, but if you use it for any decent amount of time, it'll start to lower the output. So, you know, it's not really ideal, not for the kind of work that I use this for. Now, a little word about the app, which we've looked at before, so, you know, we won't go crazy, but the first time I used it with the Ninja 200, after having used it with the 400 too, it connected immediately to my surprise, and it was pretty simple to use. Well, it's the same experience as with the 400 too, but I was very surprised that it connected so quickly. I didn't do anything but open it up. Of course, you've got to set the group and the channels to match and you're away. Now, I wish you could operate things like fan mode with it. And of course, if they could work on the FX scenes, they could become a little more useful to me. But there you go. Finally, a word about the battery life. I'm using two F970 batteries and getting roughly 90 minutes use at between 40 and 75 brightness, a bit of messing about throughout that time. The batteries don't feel super secure in the adapter, but so far it's been okay, and I am using the big fat ones, to be fair. This is probably at the right price, but we'd need to look at the more expensive Godox, which does have a very good reputation to know more. It's a handy kit for outdoors work, gives plenty of brightness, flexibility is good. It's pretty cool to use as a light for a backdrop, maybe as a fill as we did in the Ninja 402 video. Mine will probably eventually live in my gym space, which I'm hoping to convert a part of to use as another studio space, so it can, you know, hopefully join the other lights in there and go out and about from time to time. It's going to be a nice dinky option for quick product shots too. In fact, that's something I've been doing a lot more of lately with this light. It's just a lot easier to have it ready to go in certain spaces where I can't have a full-size setup ready to go. And, you know, if it's there to hand, it's a lot more productive, less setup. I mean, you do get that really awesome case for going out and about, but you know, for having something that you can just grab and get on with, it's a treat. Anyway, let us know if you've used this and what you think, and until the next time, stay safe and be cool.